What is Fiendsmith? Fiendsmith is one of the strongest engine, if not the strongest engine that was released in the last 20 years in Yu-Gi-Oh! It was released in the Infinite Forbidden along Millennium, Gimmick Puppet and Tenpai support. The engine is extremely versatile due to its strong main and extra deck cards alongside other supportive cards like the Fabled Larry, Neko Crypt Princess and the all-important DDD High Wave King Caesar. This video will be split in 3 parts. First, I will go through the main and extra deck Fiendsmith cards as well as the main supportive cards and explain them in great detail, including their implications. Afterwards, I'll go through the basic combo line that you should know when you're playing with or against Fiendsmith. And the video will be finished with very technical combos that you've probably never seen before, which help elevate this deck to its very potential and make the endboard borderline insufferable for what you've used. So stay tuned till the end. Our most important card, the heart of the deck, is Fiendsmith Engraver. A level 6 light fiend with 1800 attack and 2400 defense that has 3 different effects. We can discard Engraver for cost to add a Fiendsmith spell or trap. There are 3 main targets for this, with Fiendsmith Tracked, Fiendsmith Thanked and lastly Fiendsmith in Paradise. We can target 1 Fiendsmith equipped card we control and 1 monster on the field to send them to the graveyard. Very important to note is that the equipped card does not have to be equipped to the Engraver itself, and furthermore, it does not have to be an enemy's monster. This has a lot of implications in deck like Telemid, for example. The more important effect is the third one. You can shuffle 1 Light Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard, notably for cost, then special summon the Engraver from the graveyard. This effect provides you with the necessary bodies as well as the endless recursion the Fiendsmith engine offers. Next up we have Lacrima of the Crimson Tears, a level 4 light fiend with 1200 attack and 1200 defense that has 2 effects which are both extremely strong. First of all, Lacrima is always treated as a Fiendsmith card, which makes her usable for a multitude of effects within the Fiendsmith engine. Upon normal or special summon, you can send 1 Fiendsmith card from the deck to the graveyard. Our main target here is the Engraver, which can shuffle another light fiend into the deck to special summon itself. The second effect of Lacrima is one of the main reasons why the Fiendsmith engine is so grindy and recursive as well as explosive and overwhelming. In the opponent turn, as a quick effect, you can shuffle Lacrima into the deck and target a Fiendsmith Link monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Our main targets are Fiendsmith Requiem, Fiendsmith Agnum Day, and very rarely Fiendsmith Sequence. We'll come to the Link monsters later. For the last Fiendsmith monster, we have to talk about the Fabled Larry. I know it's not a Fiendsmith card per se, but this guy has to be in this deck. It's a level 1 light fiend with 200 attack and 400 defense. It's a very old card that has the effect to special summon itself from the graveyard upon being discarded. Why Larry is a crucial part to the Fiendsmith engine will be seen quickly when we get to the spells as well as the Link monsters. The first spell is Fiendsmith Tracked. It lets you add a light fiend from the deck to your hand and then you have to discard 1 card. Now we see why Larry is essentially a Fiendsmith card. You add Larry, you discard Larry, you special Larry. Very simple. That leaves you with a light fiend to continue the combo, which we'll talk about in a minute. Lastly, you can banish Track from the graveyard to perform a fusion summon of a Fiendsmith fusion monster using monsters from the hand or field. The second effect of Track has been overlooked in the TCG for a very long time, since its main usage got banned, which is the fusion Lacrima. But since the Fiendsmith Lacrima is back in the game, Track becomes a crazy card in various combos that I'll show you later. Next up we have Fiendsmith Thanked, a quick spell that has 2 very nice effects. If we don't control any face-up monster on the field, or the only monsters we control are light fiends, we can special summon a Fiendsmith token, which is, shocker, a light fiend. The other effect is yet another grind game or recursion effect that allows you to set the Fiendsmith Thanked when a Fiendsmith monster has been destroyed by an opponent's card effect, while this card in the graveyard. Fiendsmith in Paradise. Such an amazing card that first saw play in YCS Bologna 2024 and was overlooked prior to that event. It has 2 effects and both are ridiculously strong within the Fiendsmith engine. The on-field effect is to target a level 7 or higher light fiend monster we control to send all other cards to the graveyard. The graveyard effect is crazy as well. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can chain Fiendsmith in Paradise to send 1 Fiendsmith monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. This has a multitude of applications that we'll talk about in the combo part specifically. I want to quickly mention Fiendsmith Curie here, which sees played in pure Fiendsmith builds. It's a normal trap that makes you survive a turn due to a Light Fiend not being able to be destroyed by battle and your battle damage being halved. The graveyard effect is more interesting though. Similar to Fiendsmith Tract, it can be banished to perform a fusion summon using monsters we control or monsters in our spell trap zone that are equipped to a Fiendsmith monster as an equipped spell. What the fuck? Yes. We'll get to these specific monsters now, but Kiri is really only played in pure Fiendsmith build, which is why I'll only include it in 2 combos. It's very cool though. Coming to the extra deck, we should start with the most important thing, Engraver's weapon, which is Fiendsmith Requiem. A Link 1 Light Fiend with 600 attack that needs 1 Light Fiend monster to be special summoned. Now we can see why the Lurry or the token from Tanked is so strong within the Fiendsmith engine. It is important to be noted that Fiendsmith Requiem can only be special summoned once per turn. During the main phase, we can tribute Requiem for cost and special summon a Fiendsmith monster from our hand or deck. We can also target a light non-Link Fiend monster we control and equip the Requiem from the field or graveyard to that monster as a equip spell, which in return will give it 600 attack. Now you see where we get the equip spells from, and it's also important to consider that we can equip it to any Light Fiend. It does not have to be Fiendsmith specifically. It is very important to be noted that Fiendsmith Requiem can only be special summoned once per turn, as I said before, but the effect to special summon from hand or deck is actually not once per turn. This means that you can bring back your Requiem in the end phase with Lacrima of the Crimson Tears, and then use it again in your turn, shuffle it back with the Fiendsmith card, and then summon it and use the effect again. This can be very crucial in some game state and grind games. Next up we have Fiendsmith Sequence, which is a Link 2 Light Fiend with 1200 attack that need 2 monsters including a Light Fiend monster. Notably here is that it does not need an effect monster. In fact, none of the Fiendsmith Link monsters do, which has interesting applications when we think about Nibiru the Primal Being, for example, which spawns a token to your board. During the main phase, we can fusion summon 1 Fiend fusion monster by shuffling its materials from the graveyard to the deck. We can also target 1 light non-Fiend Link monster and equip this card to the field or the graveyard to it. The equipped monster then cannot be targeted by our opponent's card effect, which is neat. Very important here is that Sequence can also fusion summon into any Fiend fusion monsters. That means it can, for example, go into Telement Kaleido Heart, or it can go into Area Eater. There's a different, different monster that the Sequence can go into, but we'll keep this simple here and only talk about the Fiendsmith part. And it can also equip itself to non-Fiendsmith monsters as long as they're Light Fiend, just like the Requiem. The last Link monster is Fiendsmith Agnum Day, which is a Link 3 Light Fiend with 1800 attack that need 2 or more monsters including a Light Fiend monster. It has a quick effect to target a light non-Link monster in the graveyard, special summon it and then equip Agnum Day to it as equip spell. The equipped monster then gains 2 effects. It gets attack equal to the total Link rating of all Link monsters equipped to it times 600, and if it attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts piercing battle damage to your opponent. The Fiendsmith Link monsters are all very strong within the Fiendsmith engine and have a variety of applications which we'll go through one by one. But let's finish with the rest of the Fiendsmith extra deck cards because we still need to know what the fuck we're fusion summoning into. Fiendsmith Lacrima is a level 6 light Fiend fusion monster with 2400 attack and 2400 defense that need 2 light Fiend monsters to be fusion summoned. It has 3 effects which are all important and come up in game, but the last 2 are very much stronger than the first one. The first effect is Lingering, and it applies a 600 attack debuff to your opponent monster. That's it. Now the 2 more important effects. If Lacrima gets fusion summoned, you can target one of your Light Fiend monsters that is banished or in the graveyard, and add it to your hand or special summon it. This reeks of recursion and extension, which is exactly what this card is supposed to do. And lastly, if Lacrima gets sent to the graveyard, we can shuffle 1 other Light Fiend monster from the deck to the graveyard, notably for cost, just like Engraver, to inflict 1200 damage to our opponent. Fiendsmith Deathery is a level 9 Light Fiend fusion monster with 2800 attack and 2400 defense that need 2 Light Fiend monsters and the Fiendsmith Engraver to be fusion summoned. It can negate face up cards up to the Link rating of the equipped build it's equipped to. This is our main form of negating within the Fiendsmith engine. Notably here is that it also can negate your own cards, which can come up in various combos. The other effect can be activated when Fiendsmith Deathery is sent to the graveyard. You can then shuffle another Light Fiend monster to the deck again for cost, and target one card on the field and then it to the graveyard. A very powerful effect that has so many implications that can be used in a lot of different ways. You can target your own card, you can target enemy card, and whatnot. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this Deathery. And the last Fiendsmith fusion monster is Fiendsmith Tremender, which is a level 9 Light Fiend fusion monster with 3000 attack and 3600 defense that needs one Fiendsmith fusion monster and another fusion or link monster to be summoned. That means it's also a very great super poly target. Tremender is a tower-like monster due to it being unaffected by anything except Fiendsmith cards while it's equipped to a Fiendsmith equip spell, which is pretty easy as we can see. If Tremender is fusion summoned, you can discard any card from your hand to send one Light Fiend monster from the deck or extra deck to the graveyard. This can be used to send Deathery for interruption, Fusion Lacrima for damage, Lacrima for recursion, or Engraver for further extension, as well as Fiendsmith Link monster to equip to the monster. It's extremely versatile. But Tremender wouldn't be a Fiendsmith card if it has no graveyard effect. So if Tremender is sent to the graveyard, we can target another Fiendsmith card in our graveyard or banishment and add it to our hand. It's a very useful effect that we'll talk about later in the combo part. Before we go through the basics and combos, I have to quickly go over Necroquip Princess and DDD High Wave King Caesar. Necroquip is a level 6 Dark Fusion that can be contact fused into. For that it needs the monster equipped with a monster card and a Fiend monster card, meaning any Fiendsmith card equipped to a Fiendsmith Link monster makes Necroquip Princess. This gets important in a lot of combo lines. Since we run multiple level 6 and can easily make another one with Necroquip Princess, it's no secret that Caesar is one of our best, if not the best rank 6 XYZ you can make within the Fiendsmith engine. Now that we know what each card in our engine does, let's talk about combos and how we get to these crazy endboard pieces and what we're having in terms of follow-up, because that's also very important. Instead of showing you all the possible things you can do with one Engraver, or one Tract, or one Sanct, or one Lacrima, or any other combination of cards, I want to make this very simple. What do you want to end on? Deathery, Caesar, Caesar and Deathery, a line where you can make 8200 damage, a line where you can make 10,000 damage, one unaffected tower, two unaffected towers, Caesar and an unaffected tower, a board wipe, 3 draws, a removal, and an Omni Negate. There are virtually no limits on what combinations you can do. So let me guide you through the ones I think you should know, starting from the very bottom, and then we work our way up. However, to not make this a 12-hour long video or something, I will start most combos with one Engraver to make it as simple as it gets, and also show the further improvement and technical play involved to make these combos and endboards. Alright, to make Caesar with one Engraver, we use the effect of Engraver to get the Tract. We activate Tract, search for the Fabled Lurry. We use the Fabled Lurry, special summon itself. Now because we have a Light Fiend monster on our field, we can make Fiendsmith Requiem and use the Requiem to special summon the Lacrima. Now we can use the Lacrima to dump another Engraver for follow-up, and then we can use the Requiem equipping to the Lacrima, and then we can make a Necroquip Princess because the contact fusion, and then we can use the effect of the Engraver, shuffle back the Fabled Lurry, and then we have 2 level 6 Fiend monsters on our field, and we can overlay these for a DDD High Wave King Caesar. With this line you will have Caesar, but not only that. Let's talk about what else we will have hidden here. And the Caesar has an Engraver as material under it, meaning it has follow-up. I know that we have an Engraver in our graveyard, but in case that get banished or something, we still have one under the Caesar for follow-up. If we look into the graveyard, we can see that we're left with a Lacrima and a Requiem. This is very important. Well, the Lacrima can shuffle herself into the deck in the opponent turn. So we can use the effect of Lacrima, shuffle herself back in the opponent turn, special summon the Requiem. And now we use the effect of Requiem, special summoning the Lacrima. Then we can use the effect of Lacrima to send the Fiendsmith in Paradise to the graveyard. Now, if the enemy special summons, we can use the effect of Fiendsmith in Paradise to send the Fiendsmith Deathery from our deck to the from our extra deck rather to the graveyard, and then use the effect of Deathery, shuffling back either the Requiem or the Engraver. I would personally shuffle back the Requiem here, and then we can send any card on the field to the graveyard, which usually is an opponent's card in this case. And then on the following turn, we can use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Deadery. And now we have the Deadery and the Requiem in the extra deck for further follow-up and plays. These small details matter a lot in Fiendsmith combos. And you have to be aware of these little implications at all times as someone that plays Fiendsmith as well as playing against Fiendsmith. Because all of a sudden, it's not only one Caesar, but it's also follow-up, it's more interruption, it's more layered interruption, which is also very important. Next up we have Fiendsmith Deadery with one Engraver. We use the effect of Engraver to get the Fiendsmith Tract. We use the effect of Tract to get the Lurry, and then we use the effect of Lurry in the graveyard to special summon itself. Now we can make the Fiendsmith Requiem, and then we use the effect of Requiem, special summoning the Lacrima. Now we use the effect of Lacrima to dump an Engraver to the graveyard. So now we have to make sequence, so we have to use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the favorite Lurry. And now we have two bodies on the field, and can use the two body to go into Fiendsmith Sequence. Now we can use the effect of Fiendsmith Sequence to shuffle back 3 Light Fiends in order to summon the Deadery. In this case it would be preferred to use these, so we still have the Lacrima in the graveyard, which can, in case the Deadery gets outed, which can be follow-up. However, it's not as good, because if the Deadery does not get outed by any way, then yes, we still have the Requiem, so we have to use the Deadery to make Requiem, but we do not have an Engraver in the graveyard. So you have to decide between having Lacrima in the graveyard or Engraver in the graveyard. So this is interesting, because we still have the Deadery on the board, and we can use the effect of Sequence to equip to the Deadery, and that's all nice, but this combo can be improved. This combo is very standard, people know this combo, but let me show you an improved combo. So in the improved combo, you will have more than you will have in the combo prior to that. You will see that. We use the effect of Engraver, and then we use the effect of Tract, and Tract grabs the Lurry. We use the effect of Lurry, special summon itself. Now we use the Lurry to make the Fiendsmith Requiem. We use the effect of Requiem, special summon the Lacrima. We use the effect of Lacrima to send another Engraver. Up to this point, everything has been the same. Now we, of course, use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Lurry. So now it's literally the same thing that we did before. Now we are going to make Fiendsmith Sequence. Everything is the same. And now we use the effect of Sequence to make Fusion Lacrima, which is the Fiendsmith Lacrima. So we will use the effect of Sequence to shuffle the Requiem and one of the Engravers. And so we shuffle this into the deck and this into the extra deck, and we will get a Fiendsmith Lacrima. And now this Lacrima will special summon the Engraver from the graveyard. And now we do something that we haven't done in a long time in the TCG, which is we ban Tract from the graveyard to perform a fusion summon. As you know, Deadery needs an Engraver and 2 Light Fiends, and this is exactly what we have on board here. So we now make the Fiendsmith Deadery, and now we can use the effect of Fiendsmith Sequence to equip to the Deadery. And as you can see, with this line, or with this combo, we have an Engraver for follow-up, as well as a Lacrima. And to special summon the opponent turn. And this is so much better than the combo before. And this is only possible due to Fiendsmith Lacrima. So keep in mind this combo, and keep in mind how strong Fiendsmith, and like how much it changes the application. It's already been seen here how much it changes the application. And it will only go crazier in the combo that I'll show you afterwards. For the next 3 combos, I will include Fiendsmith Arcanum Day and use it for different purposes. The easiest purpose is to increase the strength of Deadery going first, and the second combo will be to break board going second. It's not really a combo, but you'll see in a second. We use the effect of Engraver to get the Tract. Tract will grab us the Lurry, and the Lurry will special summon itself, and then we use the Lurry for the Fiendsmith Requiem. Then we use the effect of Requiem to special summon the Lacrima. Lacrima will dump an Engraver, and then we use the Engraver, shuffling back the favorite Lurry. And now with the 2 bodies we make Fiendsmith Sequence, and then we use the effect of Fiendsmith Sequence. So you see we go for the first line. Fiendsmith sequence will make use of these 3 bodies, or in this case I will probably use the Lacrima, because I don't think that the enemy will out this easily, so we can use the Lacrima here and have an Engraver for follow-up. That's a good decision. So we make the Deathery here, and these will be shuffled into the deck. And this was the point we did before, and before we used the effect of Sequence to equip it to the Deathery. What we will do now is we will perform a Link Summon to Fiendsmith Agnum Day. And this Agnum Day has now the effect to target a non-Link Fiendsmith monster, which is the Deathery, and then equip itself to the Deathery by special summoning it. And now we can use the effect of Sequence to equip to Deathery, and now the Deathery has 5800 attack and it's not targetable because of Sequence. That is already extremely strong. But let's go back a little bit before that, before we make the Agnum Day. So this is the exact scenario, but the second combo is to use Agnum Day as a board breaker. So you see that Deathery has an effect. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle a Light Fiend and then send a card from the field to the graveyard. So what you can do is you can obviously make the Fiendsmith Agnum Day and then use the effect of Deathery and shuffling back either the Sequence or the Engraver. It depends on the game state what you need more. If you need to push over a very strong monster that cannot be outed that easily, even with Agnum Day, you obviously shuffle the Engraver and send anything from the deck from the field to the graveyard. And then you use the effect of Agnum Day for Deathery and then Sequence on Deathery. And that way you obviously don't have follow-up, but you try to break your board a little bit. Next up, we will use a combo that simply needs 1 more body on top of the Fiendsmith Engraver in hand. And then we will have Caesar and Deathery in our board thanks to Agnum Day. So I will just choose the Ash Blossom here and normal summon it. So yeah, it can be any body. It can be a token, it does not matter. It just has to be a body on the field that you can use in order to perform a Link Summon. We use the Fiendsmith Engraver to grab the Tract. We use the effect of Tract to grab the Lurry. We special summon the Lurry from the graveyard, and then we can use the Lurry for a Link 1. We will make the Requiem and use the effect of Requiem to special summon the Lacrima from the deck. Now we use the effect of Lacrima to dump the Engraver, and from this point onward, you normal summon the Ash Blossom, or any card, or you use anybody. And then with these 2 bodies, you are going into a Fiendsmith sequence, and this sequence will then use its effect to perform Fusion Summon by using the Engraver, the Fabled Lurry, and the Requiem. It had to be these 3. You will see in a very short second why. And then we make the Deathery. And from this point onwards, we are still going into the Agnum Day because it's still one of the 3 Agnum Day combos. And now we use the effect of Agnum Day, targeting the Deathery. And now we do something very funny. We do a Contact Fusion for Nekoko Princess. Now, why would we do that? Obviously because we want to have the Caesar. We have not activated the Engraver effect yet. And now you have to shuffle back the sequence, unfortunately, in order to special summon the Engraver, because we need all of these other monsters in the graveyard for the very important thing. Now, with 2 level 6 Fiend monsters on the field, you can make the DG High Wave King Caesar. Now you pass turn to your opponent, and in your opponent draw phase, you are going to use the effect of Lacrima, targeting Agnum Day. That way, Lacrima gets shuffled into the deck and special summons Agnum Day. Agnum Day is a quick effect, you can use it in the draw phase, so you can use the effect of Agnum Day, targeting the Deathery in the graveyard. And now you special summon the Deathery. And now you have Caesar plus Deathery. And you still have follow-up because the Engraver is under the Caesar. So that is from 1 single body more, and already create a much stronger layered board, as you can see here. Next up, I want to show you 2 OTK combos, one including Fiendsmith Curie. For the first combo, we make Deathery with 7000 attack, while also dealing 1200 damage with Fiendsmith Lacrima's graveyard effect, which adds up to a total of 8200 LP damage. We use the Engraver to discard it for Attract. We use the effect of Attract to grab the Fabled Lurry. Now we use the Fabled Lurry special summon itself, and the Fabled Lurry, being a light fiend, goes into Fiendsmith Requiem. We use the effect of Fiendsmith Requiem to special summon Lacrima, and use the effect of Lacrima to dump the Fiendsmith Engraver. Now we use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Fabled Lurry, and with these two bodies we perform a fusion summon via Fiendsmith Tract. We use these two bodies to make the fusion Lacrima, the Fiendsmith Lacrima, and use the effect of Lacrima to special summon the Engraver, for example. And now we use these two bodies to go into sequence. And very important here is that if Fiendsmith Lacrima gets sent to the graveyard, we can shuffle a light fiend to the graveyard to burn the enemy. So what we do is we shuffle back one Engraver to burn the enemy for 1200 damage. Now we use the effect of sequence, shuffling back the Fiendsmith Lacrima, the Fiendsmith Engraver, and the Lacrima of Crimson Tears, but we will keep the Requiem in the graveyard for this combo. We shuffle this back, and then we are going to make the Fiendsmith Deathery. Now, it doesn't stop here. We are going to go into Fiendsmith Arcanum Day, and then we use the effect of Arcanum Day, targeting Deathery. And now we use the effect of Sequence, targeting Deathery. Now we use the effect of Requiem, targeting Deathery. Now, you burned the enemy for 1200 damage, as I said before, and the Deathery now has 7000 attack due to all the equips, so that's a lot of damage, and it also deals piercing damage, which is very important. This comes up into Malice measures, for example, in case you want to already have some applications in real games. The OTK combo with Fiendsmith Curie for a total of 10,000 damage is as follows. We use the effect of Engraver to grab the Fiendsmith Tract. We use Tract to grab the Fabled Lurry. We use the effect of Fabled Lurry, special summon itself, and then we make a Fiendsmith Requiem. We use Requiem, special summon Lacrima, and now we use Lacrima to dump Fiendsmith Curie. We use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Fabled Lurry, special summon itself, and now we use the effect of Fiendsmith Tract in the graveyard to perform Fusion Summon. We use the two bodies to perform a Fusion Summon for Fiendsmith Lacrima. Now we use the effect of Fiendsmith Lacrima, special summoning the Engraver, and then we use the two bodies to go into Fiendsmith Sequence. Now we use the effect of Fiendsmith Lacrima, and then shuffling back either the Lacrima or the Requiem to burn for 1200 damage. Now we use the effect of Fiendsmith Sequence to shuffle back the Engraver, the Lacrima, and the Requiem for the Fiendsmith Deathery. Now, with the Deathery on the board, we use these two bodies to go into the Fiendsmith Arcanum Day. And now we go into the battle phase without using the Arcanum Day's effect in the main phase, and punch with the Arcanum Day for 1800 damage. And again, Arcanum Day is a quick effect. So we use the effect of Arcanum Day, special summoning Deathery. Now we attack for 4600 damage, and now we can use the effect of Fiendsmith Curie in the graveyard to perform Fusion Summon. So we use these two to go once again into the Fiendsmith Lacrima and punch for another 2400 damage, which equals 10,000 damage. Before showing you the big combos involving Fiendsmith Tremendo, I would like to present you a combo that you can use in any deck that wants to draw 4 cards for non-engine or other engine or engines that you'll play alongside the Fiendsmith engine via Saryuya Skuldred. Keep in mind that this combo needs any random body in addition to the Engraver in hand, for example an Ash Blossom. We use the effect of Engraver to grab a Tract, then we activate the effect of Tract to grab the Lurry. We use the effect of Lurry to special summon, and then we use the Lurry for a Fiendsmith Requiem. Then we use the effect of Requiem, special summoning the Lacrima. We use the effect of Lacrima to send the Engraver. Then we normal summon the Ash or any random body, and we make Sequence. And then with Fiendsmith Sequence we fuse the Lurry and the Requiem for a Fusion Lacrima. And then we use the effect of Fusion Lacrima, special summoning the Lacrima of Crimson Tears. Now we use the effect of Engraver, shuffling the other Engraver to perform a special summon. And now we have 4 monsters with different names. We can now use these 4 bodies to go into Saryuya Skuldred to draw 4 cards from our deck and then put 3 cards back. But with this we can grab for our other engine in case we play one. I think this combo is very interesting, and it's something you should definitely note or keep in mind when you play Fiendsmith with other engines. The next 3 combos will be a lot more technical and include Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda as well as Fiendsmith in Paradise. We use the effect of Engraver to grab the Fiendsmith Tract. We use the effect of Tract to special summon the Fabled Larry. Now we use the effect of Fabled Larry, and then we link the Fabled Larry off for Requiem. Then we use the effect of Requiem, special summoning the Lacrima of Crimson Tears. We use the effect of Lacrima to dump the Fiendsmith in Paradise to the graveyard. Now we use the effect of Engraver, special summoning the Fabled Larry, special summon itself. And now we perform a fusion summon with Tract to make Fusion Lacrima with these 2 bodies here. And then the Fusion Lacrima is bringing back any of the Fiendsmith monsters, for example the Engraver. And with these 2 you are performing a link summon for the Fiendsmith sequence. And now we use the effect of sequence to do a fusion summon for Rex Tremenda. The Rex Tremenda, we summon him with the Fiendsmith Requiem and the Fiendsmith Lacrima, because the Rex Tremenda needs 1 fusion monster and 1 fusion or link monster and 1 Fiendsmith fusion monster. So we use these 2 to make the Rex Tremenda. But this doesn't obviously stop here. So we use these 2 bodies to go into the Fiendsmith Arcanum Day. And then we use the effect of Rex Tremenda, because it got sent to the graveyard. We can grab any card that in our graveyard or banishment and then grab it to our hand, any Fiendsmith card. And we use the effect to grab the Fiendsmith in Paradise. And now we can use the effect of Arcanum Day to target the Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda. And then we can also grab the sequence to target the Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda. So now we can set the Fiendsmith in Paradise. I'll just keep it open so you can see what it is. And yeah, what do we have here? With this combo, we will have an unaffected tower that cannot be targeted because of the Fiendsmith sequence, and has 6000 attack as well as Fiendsmith in Paradise on field, which is a complete board wipe. And then it also threatens Deathery in the graveyard when the enemy tries special summon for follow-up or extension after the board wipe. On top of that, we both have Lacrima and Engraver for follow-up in the graveyard, after the opponent dealt with our unaffected tower. But instead of using the Lacrima, for example, for follow-up, we can also use the Lacrima to special summon the Arcanum Day, and then the Arcanum Day is just going to summon the Rex Tremenda again. So the enemy has to deal with 2 towers, essentially. He has to deal with the Fiendsmith follow-up. If Rex Tremenda gets sent to the graveyard, you can add back Tract for more follow-up in place. On top of having a board wipe and also the Deathery, and it's just a lot to take in for the enemy with this combo, and that's what makes it so strong. For the next combo, we will have Rex Tremenda plus Deathery on the board, which is ultra hard for the opponent to deal with, because you can simply negate the cards he tries to out Rex Tremenda with, making this a really, really tough board to bite through. We use the effect of Engraver to grab the Tract. We use the effect of Tract to add the Fabled Larry. We use the Fabled Larry, and then we are making the Fiendsmith Requiem. We use the effect of Requiem, special summon the Lacrima, and now with this Lacrima we are going to send Fiendsmith Curie. Then we use the effect of the Requiem to equip it to the Lacrima, and now we can perform a fusion summon with Curie, and use these 2 bodies to make a fusion summon for Fiendsmith Lacrima. And now we use the effect of Fiendsmith Lacrima, special summoning the Engraver from the graveyard. And now we use these 2 bodies to make a sequence. And this sequence is going to make a fusion summon for Rex Tremenda by using the Lacrima and the Requiem as always. And then we are going to make the Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda. And with this, we have the Rex Tremenda on the board, but we are not gonna stop here, obviously. We're going to make the Arcanum Day. Then we use the effect of Rex Tremenda targeting the Lacrima, and then the Arcanum Day is going to equip itself and make the Rex Tremenda. Now, because we can normal summon the Lacrima, because we haven't done it yet, we can now use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Fabled Larry, special summon the Engraver, And now we can use the effect of track to perform a fusion summon with these 3 bodies. And then we are going to make a Fiendsmith Deathery. And now we use the effect of sequence to equip to Deathery. So now we have a Deathery on the board, and you would have guessed it, we pass turn to the opponent, and in the opponent draw phase we use the effect of Lacrima, targeting the Agnum Day and shuffling back the Lacrima, and then the Agnum Day is going to special summon itself, special summoning the Rex Tremenda, and put it in the spell trap zone. And so this is the board, and you also have an Engraver follow-up, I think, which is very important in this like kind of setup, because this is like a very hard board to bite through, and even if the opponent outs it, you still have follow-up, which is crazy. With Rex Tremenda you can grab by the track, and then you have Engraver follow-up. It's really strong. For the last combo, I will show you my favorite combo that has the maximum amount of layers, and is overall the strongest one-card Engraver combo in my personal opinion. We use the effect of Engraver to search Fiendsmith Tract. We use the effect of Tract to grab the Fabled Larry. We use the effect of Larry in the graveyard special summon itself. Now we make a Fiendsmith Requiem. We use the effect of Requiem to special summon the Lacrima from the deck. We use the effect of Lacrima to dump Fiendsmith in Paradise. Now we use the effect of Engraver, shuffling back the Fabled Larry, special summon itself. Now we use the effect of Tract, perform a fusion summon. Use the 2 body to make the fusion Lacrima, the Fiendsmith Lacrima. We use the effect of Fiendsmith Lacrima, special summon the Engraver, for example. And with the 2, we go into the Fiendsmith sequence. And the sequence will make the Rex Tremenda by using the Lacrima and the Requiem. And then we have the Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda. And then we use the Fiendsmith sequence and the Rex Tremenda for Agnum Day. Now we use the effect of Rex Tremenda, targeting the Lacrima to add it back on our hand. And then we use the effect of Agnum Day to target the Engraver this time. And then we normal summon the Lacrima and use the Fiendsmith sequence equipping to the Lacrima. And now we perform a contact fusion for Necrocult Princess. And then we have 2 level 6 Fiends on our board, which then makes the DDD High Wave King Caesar. And now we can pass turn to the opponent, and on the opponent turn we can use the effect of Lacrima, targeting the Agnum Day, special summoning the Agnum Day, and then we use the effect of Agnum Day to special summon Fiendsmith Rex Tremenda. So this combo does not have follow-up right now, but the Engraver is under the Caesar, so we have guaranteed follow-up in the... So with this combo we don't have follow-up in the graveyard per se, but we do have the Engraver under the High Wave King Caesar, which means we do have follow-up in the next turn anyways. So with this combo has it all. Like, it doesn't play any bricks. Even having Paradise in the hand doesn't matter, because you can discard off Rex Tremenda, because he also had a really good discard effect. High Wave King Caesar is 2 summon negates. You have an unaffected tower with 4800 attack. You have a Fiendsmith in Paradise in the graveyard with 1 Light Fiend, which means you can send the Fiendsmith Deathery into the graveyard for yet another interruption. And then if they somehow out the Rex Tremenda, you can search the track for follow-up, and you already have the Engraver that's under Caesar, as I talked before. Like, it's just a crazy combo, in my opinion. It's my favorite combo. Whenever I do it, I usually win, because it's just, like, you cannot really do much against it. But yeah, Fiendsmith is a very complex and beautifully crafted archetype or engine that is unmatched in its versatility. And I hope that I could show you what exactly I mean with that, and why I personally love the Fiendsmith engine. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment below, and if you've been watching till here, thank you for being here. Have a lovely day. See you until the next video. Goodbye.